Hi kids, it's Mr. Biter here. We're going to go through today, we're going to learn how to play Gently Sleep together. We're also going to do just a little bit of echoing back and forth and work on your ability to play the recorder with a nice sound. Alright, so the one thing I want to mention before we start playing today, your recorder, you want to make sure that your left hand is playing the notes of your recorder and that your right hand is just way down on the bottom holding on. The second thing that I want to mention is how I start notes. So the recorder's in my mouth, just barely into my mouth with the tip of it. And then every time I start to breathe out and start to breathe through it, instead of just going ha, I'm going to go duh, duh. With my tongue I'm making a little duh sound. So it makes it a very crisp, clean start to the note. So rather than it kind of going ah, it kind of goes da. It starts all at one moment. So let's just play a few notes. We have our G and our A and our B that we're used to now. So I'll play some patterns and you play them back to me. And if yours doesn't quite sound right, there's a good chance that one of the fingers is not covering the holes completely. So in the back you can see that there's that thumb hole. I have to make sure I have completely covered. You can't just be partially covered like that. You can sort of see in there, right? I'm only partially covering it. I want to completely cover it. Same thing with each one of my finger holes. I have to completely cover them. Otherwise it's not going to sound right. If I have my thumb just leaking a little bit, instead of sounding like this, it might sound something like this. Ugh, sounds terrible, right? It looked like my fingers did the same thing. But the reason is because my thumb wasn't quite covering the hole, all of the notes sounded bad. Okay, so let's jump over to our Gently Sleep. That's just something to keep in mind as you're playing. We have all these notes of Gently Sleep. We don't have our little boxes at the bottom like we used to have for hot cross buns, where we can tell our G is on the second line, our A is on the second space, and our B is on the third line. We don't have any of that on this side because we should have it memorized by now. Alright, so we're going to go through and just kind of take a look at some of these notes. That looks like it's on the second line, so it's a G, right? This one's in the second space, so that's an A. This one's on the third line, so that's a B, right? Oh, but I noticed that it's an open circle, so when I say it, I should say it longer, like B. How about this one? This one looks like a second space, that's A. This looks like second line, that's G. Another one in the second space, longer though, A. Alright, so I'm just going to go through and notice that whenever I'm saying these notes, I'm not trying to memorize what note comes next. I'm reading what note comes next. Alright, so don't just listen to this over and over and memorize the order of the notes, because then you'll only be able to play this song. What you want to do is learn how to read music really well so that you can play any song. You can recognize these same notes in any song, and eventually on any instrument too. So next year when you're playing violin or clarinet or baritone or trombone, you'll be able to read those notes too. Okay, so I'm going to start from the start. You point along on your music with me and see if you can beat me to the answers. I'm going to say it nice and slow. See if you can stay right with me or even beat me a little bit by each note. Ready? G, A, B, A, G, A, G, A, B, A, B, G. Second line. G, A, B, A, G, A, G, A, B, A, B, G. And that gets me to the end. Notice that I was never looking around. I know this song really well. I've played it thousands of times. I know it up here, but I don't really care to know it up here. I need to know it here with my eyes, okay? So concentrate on that. As you go through, one of the things to remind yourself of whether you're really reading or if you just have it memorized is to do, instead of just doing them all in order, to jump around and say some notes. So right now I'm going to jump around and say some notes. So like, I'll start here. That looks like A to me. How about this one here? B. How about this one right here? Oh, B. How about this one right here? G. How about this one right here? G. How about this one right here? A. So that's a good activity for you to do as well, is jump around and play the notes, or say the notes that you play. Now we can do it with our recorder too. Let's do our jumping around thing. I'll point to a note. Oh, that looks like a G. I'm going to play it as a G. It's only one beat. Oh, this one down here is an A. Oh, there's another G there, but it's a one beat. There's another one that's one beat. Oh, something wrong happened. My thumb wasn't covering. There we go. Here's another one. That's a B. There's a G there. It was two beats, so I held it longer. That's the gist, is look around your paper, see if you can just pick out some things to play. Then, once you're really good at that, then you can go right through the song and play it the way it's supposed to be played. Let's see if we can play it together. Now you can give it a try on your own. When you can do that, record a video for me and shoot it up here onto Google Classroom. I'd love to see it. All right, the last thing I'll mention is that this song is a lullaby. It's supposed to be a lullaby. That means that it's meant to put babies to sleep. Gently sleep, my sweet child. So you should never ever play this song like this. Okay, imagine I have a baby here. Pick up the baby. Ready? Gently sleep, my sweet child, gently sleep with that smile. We would never do a lullaby like that, right? So we shouldn't ever play it like that either. We want dun, 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 da, 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 da. Nice light. Everything's really light. Even the little duh is not a hard t, but da, da, da. Nice and light. Bye, guys. Remember that you can come, if you're in Cohort A, you can come onto our Google Meet on Friday mornings, 9:15, and do some recorder instruction or just show off what you've learned. If you're in Cohort B, you can come out on Tuesday mornings, and I'll be getting some more music to you as well next time I see you in school. I'll be getting the third and fourth song to you. The third song has still G, A, and B, but then the fourth song has an extra note in it, so those start to get a little more fun to play. Bye, guys.